All right, welcome to another trading analytics video. Today I'm going to cover a few of the main indexes in the stock market. We have a shortened week ahead of us. I'm going to go ahead and get into some of the things that we can expect heading into this week. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at some of the weekly catalysts we have ahead of us. And so it looks like we have a couple Fed speakers. I think the most notable thing is on Wednesday, which is our Fed meeting minutes for January. Thursday, we have some initial jobless claims, as well as some Fed speakers. And then Friday, we have some consumer sentiment and also more Fed speakers. So, pretty action packed week when it comes down to the catalyst. I'm going to jump over to the earnings calendar here and just see what we have going on over here. And it looks like we have Etsy reporting, we have Solar Edge, Carvana, that's all on Wednesday. Those are the most notable ones that I see. I have Alibaba, Walmart, Square, Rivian. That's on Thursday. We have Unity Software as well. Let's see. Yeah, I think those are the main ones that I see here. But yeah, I mean, action packed week again, even in this area with some of our earnings that we have coming up. So again, I think this week is going to be no shortness of volatility. So that should be pretty fun for us. I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into the S&P 500 now. Let's go ahead and get into the charts and see what that's telling us. As you can see, we do have some overhead resistance going across here. You can see we tested this resistance several times, or this trend line going across. And so you can see that here, and we're coming up on it again. Now, again, there's two scenarios that I can see happening. Both of them do lead us into a new all-time high, so that's the main thing. So again, one, we can either break out immediately and start heading towards 615 slash 616, somewhere in there, or excuse me, we can get a pullback here right towards the 606 area, then head towards 615. And in this scenario here, that would kind of go with our higher low sequence that we kind of have going on here. We are above all our moving averages as well. Either way, I do see while we are in a bull trend, I do see us heading towards 615 one way or the other, whether we go straight there now or we get that higher low pullback first. So again, as far as the S&P 500, I would be looking to buy dips if there is any. And obviously, like I said, I think the main dip to grab, if we can get it, would be 606 before heading higher. But again, we don't have to get that pullback right now. We can easily open up tomorrow above this resistance, and then obviously heading towards that 616 or 615 area, and possibly even higher, but we're going to take it level by level. So that's how I would play the S&P 500. On the NASDAQ 100 or QQQ, very similar to SPY, we are getting ready to make a brand new all-time high here. However, you can see, we are getting ready to run into some resistance here. And again, just like with the S&P 500 analysis, there's two scenarios here, right? We can head up here towards 545, and actually I'll go ahead and do that. If we get a breakout here, we can head towards the 545 area, or we could first come down, retest the 530 area, or 529 to 530, and then head up here towards the 545 area. Either way, I do see, very bullish continuation happening in the market. This is all obviously, barring any kind of black swan that could take place. But as you can see, we, definitely are making higher lows and then, essentially higher highs for the most part here in this trend count. So again, I am looking for higher prices here. Now, whether we get the pullback first or go higher first, nobody can really say that. So again, we'll have to wait and see how the price action plays out going into tomorrow. But again, bulls have everything they need to push this market higher. And so again, if you are a trader, you are simply following the trend and not going against it. All right, on the Dow Jones, I'm going to make it really simple, really quick here. The first thing I like about this one is the fact that, we did get our nice move up here, and we are putting in a nice consolidation here. And you can see, we do have some support coming into this area here, where we close on Friday. From here, we can easily get a nice move up on the Dow, probably somewhere over 450. Again, we are also above all the moving averages as well. Nice consolidation. I don't see any reason why the Dow Jones can't push higher and put in a brand new all-time high. Now, obviously, to the downside. That is, if we test this support here and obviously break down below the 20 EMA, that would start spelling a lot of trouble for the Dow Jones. So as long as we're remaining above 443, again, I think there's no cause for concern. I think the Dow Jones looks good for a move higher. This will take patience, obviously, but like the other indexes, I do expect the Dow Jones to make a brand new all-time high. All right, jumping over to Tesla stock. As you can see, the market does have Tesla in a downtrend, evidenced by the lower highs that Tesla has been putting in, and I'll kind of just try to illustrate it the best I can. All right, so there you go. So you can see the market is making lower highs. However, you will see that Tesla did catch some support, evidenced by this lower trend line here. Is exactly where we got our bounce, and we bounced from here before. You can see we did it here. Then we also have, just recently did it now. And so again, we do have some resistance that we are running into now, which is this, trend line going across here. And again, this is right around the 360 area. So if Tesla is to open or break above the 360 area, you can go long, anticipating, a test of the 375 to 377 area. That is going to be your 20 and 50 EMA, which is basically just ahead of us. So it's about a $12 move here that you can catch going long over Tesla. Or you can simply wait, for the 20 and the 50 to break to the upside. Once you break above those, then Tesla has about a $20 move towards $400, which is this upper trend line going across here. That'll be your safer entry, just simply waiting for the two moving averages ahead of us to clear. However, if you are an aggressive trader and you know how to manage risk, as soon as 360, 361 kind of breaks to the upside, you can, get an early entry towards these two moving averages and simply stop out if we are breaking back into our range. And again, if we do break back into the range, that could take us back to the lower trend line, which this time could be the lower 300. So you really have to be careful taking this entry here. Again, this is only for traders who know how to manage risk very, very clear. However, again, I'm more leaning to the upside, just evidenced by what the overall market is doing. So again, I do think the overall market does act as a catapult for other individual names like Tesla. So again, I don't think you should jump the gun though. Just wait and see if this resistance breaks. If this resistance breaks, then you can, again, take an attempt at a long. And I think, again, your ultimate goal is getting to this upper trend line, which is right around 400. All right, last but certainly not least here, we do have a potential trade idea here on Amazon stock. And as you can see, it's a very simple chart to trade. We are making higher lows and higher highs on this particular chart, and you can see evidence by this lower trend line that we have going across here in green. And so every time Amazon has tested this trend line here, it was met with a pretty nice bounce, obviously some volatility as well, but a nice bounce nonetheless. And I'll kind of go ahead and try to illustrate that if I can. So we got a bounce there, tested it again here, put in another high, tested it again here, put in another high. And so we're hoping to see that, upon testing this trend line again, we can put in another high on Amazon, possibly towards 245, maybe even a little higher than that. Now, again, the only thing here on this chart is we are above all the moving averages except for the 20 EMA. 20 EMA is up here in red, so we are below that currently. That's right around 231, 232-ish area. I think once we break above that, that's going to be your real signal to, to see that Amazon is getting that momentum to the upside. The rest of the market is attempting to make a new all-time high. So again, names like Amazon could follow suit with the rest of the market and get a nice bounce from this trend line as it's done previously. So again, Amazon to me is a very low risk entry here. And for me, what makes it low risk is that we're right on this trend line that we bounced from so many times. If we start breaking below, you have a little bit of support right below this trend line at the 50 EMA. But again, if you want to just play it safe, you close one daily candle below this trend line, you could easily stop out and, for a very minimal loss. But again, the reward to the upside is pretty great. You're getting an entry right around 228, 229. And again, this could easily take you to a brand new all-time high, assuming that it's following the trend of higher lows. Evidence is what we're doing here. And then, as you can see, higher highs, right? So again, if it's going to continue that trend, this is a great entry attempting to make that higher high. And again, it's very low risk. You can just stop out right below. So that's what I see on Amazon here for you guys. Low risk entry, high reward. You can't ask for much more than that. So that being said, that's all I have for today's video. If you guys are interested in trading with us in our Discord server, there will be the link in the top pin comment below. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this video so that way we can go ahead and dominate the YouTube algorithm. We're going to be putting videos out, out like this pretty often, and it will feature some trade ideas towards the end. So we think there's a lot of value for you guys in this video. But that being said, hopefully you guys have a great trading week. It's very short. As you guys know, it's 4 days, but hopefully you guys crush it. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya. Bye. Perfect.